Oh, we're live. Awesome sauce. Oh, it worked. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know if you can hear and see me because, sometimes the internet is the ghetto. Okay, yes, I can hear and see myself, so I know you can hear and see me. Yes, we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Welcome, 2023. We're going to talk about how to get your money all the way together for 2023. You already know. Okay. You already know. Honestly, I am live two places. So you're going to see me looking back and forth and back or whatever. I'm live on Instagram at the Budgetnista. I'm live on YouTube. Actually, I'm live everywhere. I'm live on Twitter. I'm live on LinkedIn. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live everywhere. Okay. So yeah, we're actually going to go over 3 core things so you can live to achieve financial wholeness for 2023. All right. 3 things that you can achieve financial wholeness for 2023. I'll talk about what financial wholeness is in a minute. But first, I want to welcome you. Throughout, I'm going to remind you, tag your bestie, tag your friend, tag your mama and them. I haven't been live in a while. I've been living my best life, honestly. It's been a crazy year with a lot of loss, a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs. And it's really helped me to, I don't know, just like reset, rethink, and refocus. Yeah, some of y'all may or may not know about a year ago, a little over a year ago, my husband passed away in November of last year, 2021, suddenly from an aneurysm. And let me tell you something, nothing brings more clarity like loss. And so, in the beginning, you're like, I'm not doing nothing. Everybody can kick rocks. I'm out. Like, I'm not, sorry. I'm out. But with time and therapy and space and, I started to just really reevaluate with the clearest of clear eyes of what was important to me. And like I said, nothing, if anyone has lost someone really close to them, your mom, your sibling, your child, your partner, you know that nothing brings clarity like loss. It helps you to get really clear on who you are, what you want, and how you want things to go. And you can choose to lean into that, or, you can kind of bury your head in the sand, which certainly is your right, because I've done that. Oh no, okay, I'm frozen. Okay. And so I don't know, the last year and some change, I have just been getting clear about how I wanted to show up as Tiffany. Not so much the Budgetnista as much, but as Tiffany. And, y'all know me, y'all know that before I started Budgetnista, I was a school teacher for over 10 years. And I loved it because I really love teaching. And I really love teaching because I really love giving. And I really love giving because I really like service. And not that I ever stepped away from that, but when you're running several businesses, because I have a couple of businesses, my online school, I've got my podcast, Brown Ambition. Shout out to my podcast partner, Mandy. I've got the Budgetnista. I had another business, but I closed that down. You could get so wrapped up in the doing, you forget about the being, And I said, I'm 43 years old, even though the skin would suggest otherwise. I said that moving forward, I'm going to, before it was like, I'm the Budgetnista and Tiffany fit around all things Budgetnista. Like I had to get in where I fit in. And I'm like, and that was cool, and for whatever reason, I don't believe in looking back and beating yourself up or whatever, but now I am focused on being Tiffany, and the Budgetnista got to fit around Tiffany. Okay. And if it don't fit, she's not the most important thing anymore. And so I had just been really getting clear on what is it that I want to do and how I want to show up. And I realized that, like, as much as it's dope to be like a CEO of these multi-million-dollar businesses, I mean, honestly, I've made tens of millions of dollars in business, which is crazy, little black girl like me, which was cool, whatever. But you know what I really miss? Just teaching. I miss getting down to the nitty gritty, sitting on the carpet with the kids, and just teaching for the sake of teaching, for no other reason than teaching. And so that's why I'm live today, and I actually have some gifts for you two of which are super free, but super amazing. That's going to help me lean into that. Like, I really love teaching, like I really do. And I miss that. And I want to put that and place that above all else, above business, about making money, above everything, like it's the thing that brings me joy. And so, one, I just want to thank you for leaning into me and allowing me to teach y'all. Like, I went out today. I went to Barnes and Nobles to buy my friend Tori. She's got a new book coming out called, and some actually tag her first 100K. She's got this book called Financial Feminist coming out. It sold out everywhere, Tori. Girl, this is like the book she gifted me. But I was like, I'm going to go, you got to support your people. So I said, I'm going to go to Barnes & Nobles. I'm going to pick up Financial Feminist, which you ought to. It sold out at 2 Barnes & Nobles. I'm like, damn, girl, I can't find it anywhere, Tori. So anyway, I went to go pick up this book. And I said, let me check on my book. It was also sold out at one Barnes & Noble. And then they only had 2 at another. And there was a young woman who was standing there. And she was asking about the book. And I was just telling her, like, how she was 22 years old. She was starting a new job. She was going to be a flight attendant at United Airlines. And she was just like nervous about her new financial journey. And we were just talking about what she should be thinking of. And she said, can you recommend something? Because she heard me talking to the people that work there. Can you recommend a book that would really help guide me? I was like, sis, get good with money. Okay. Do you know this book, as of now, has sold over 200,000 copies? That's crazy. Like, most books never sold over 2,500, 200,000 copies of Get Good with Money have been sold as of 20. This came out a year and some change ago. Anyway, so yeah, tag Tori of her 100K. Tell her, Tiffany said we need to go get Financial Feminist, because you do. But then you also need to get Good with Money. Okay. So yeah, I just, I'm in a space now where because of the way I've managed my money, because of the way, I have mastered my personal finances, the same stuff I be telling y'all, I get to decide how the second half of life is going to go for me. I get to decide how much work I work. I get to decide how much travel I travel. I'm taking 3 months off next month. Hey, brands, you watching like you always do. I know you watching, girl. Hey, brands. Hey, brands. Guess what? I'm off in March. I'm off in August. I'm off in December. When I say off, I'm talking about off the grid. My admin cannot reach me unless someone is hurt or sick. That's it. So if you want to lock a sister down, that's cool. But know that you ain't going to hear from me in March. You're not going to hear from me in August. You're not going to hear. There's a black X on those. Like, the team will still be working. So if you need something posted or whatever, Logan and the team, Logan is she's awesome. She's my content manager. She will be posting, but because of did you hear what I said though? Because of the way I have navigated my finances, it has allowed me to make this life-changing choice. Because of the way I've navigated my finances, despite my husband not being here, I get to just miss him. There is no financial shakeup. Because of the way I've navigated my finances, I get to help my family and friends. I paid off my parents' house. Like, I'm able to provide for the people that I care for. I live off less than 10% of my income. Like, I have a bonus daughter, my bonus baby. Her college fund is fully funded. I was just texting with her today. Her dad's not here, but that's still my baby, right? And so because this is what I want you to understand. For me, it's never been about the money. It's about that part. How do you want life to go? And money is one of the tools you have available to you to help you get it. Okay? All right. So tag your friend, tag your cousin, tag your mom and them. Tell them they need to come in here now. If you're, give me a like, give me a whatever, like tag them, because we're going to go over 3 things we can do. 3 tangible things you can do for 2023 that can transform your life and help you to reach financial wholeness. Okay? All right. You ready? Ready. Okay. So 2023, I want you to think of 2023 for many people when it comes to their money, it's going to be the great reset. For some people, it's going to reset and then set them back. And for some people, it's going to reset and set them up for success. What the great reset is going to do, going to be up to you. Did you hear what I said? I'm going to say it again and again and again. It's going to be the great reset. It's either going to set you up for success or set you back. You get to decide. You get to decide. That's what's so awesome about it. You do, right? So here are 3 things you can do. 1, I want you to get clear. As a matter of fact, Get your pen and paper out. I want you to, everybody type it, number one, write it down, write it in the comments. Because when you write things down, if you have a notebook and you don't, first of all, you already know I stay with notes always. Before I get on here, I always have notes, because it helps to solidify what I'm going to talk to y'all about. I'm a teacher, so we always going to have notes. But also, too, for you, writing things down is going to be helpful. Write them in the comments. If you don't have your notebook, that's fine. Write them in your notebook if you do have one. Write them in the notes on your phone, whatever it takes, okay? So one is get clear. I'm gonna expound upon what I mean about get clear. So I want you to take the time, especially now, right before the new year, is to reflect upon the past year and then dreamcast forward. So I want you to ask yourself, how did this year go? And be honest. Be honest, but not critical. We are not here to beat ourselves up. What is the point of that? You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. I want you to practice not taking your mistakes personally. You know what I mean? I want you to practice not taking your mistakes personally and saying, oop, made a mistake, or learning something new. This is part of the process. Anybody here have kids? Let me know in the comments if you have kids, right? So imagine your 3-year-old is learning to pour juice or learning to get on their tricycle, or still you already know, if you got a 3-year-old, you putting that pull up on them before they go to bed, because these kids be peeing to bed, right? Do you get angry? I would hope not, right? Why? Because you're they're still learning. Why do we think that learning is just for kids? You got to learn too. Your kid just got here, and so did you as it relates to this experience. So I want you to reflect back. So we're talking about getting clear. 3 things to help you achieve financial wholeness and the life that you desire for 2023. Get clear, but you got to get clear on where have you been this last year? Was there some overspending? What is that credit card looking like? Did you spend time with family and friends? And here's the thing. I want you to get clear on bigger than money. I want you to get clear on, did I spend enough time with my family and friends? Did I connect with my kids the way I wanted to? Did I enjoy my job? Did I exercise? I don't know if y'all could tell, a sister lost 30 pounds. That's why you see my cheekbones popping, right? I walk every day, right? Did I exercise? I want you to get clear holistically, because it's important to understand that money fits into your life. It's not life. That's what we call a word. Money fits into your life. It's not life. So if you only think about your money stuff, that's all you ever get. We're talking about good life living here, right? So get clear and reflect upon your holistic life. How did it go? How did it go without critiquing yourself? I want you to think professionally, personally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Get clear on how 2022 went. Then I want you to dreamcast of how you want 2023 to go. I remember, so after Jarrell passed away, I had gotten to my biggest, I don't know, in high school and stuff, I was always small. And honestly, I was small until I was 35. And then I don't know what happened, I guess, just aging. And then I started gaining a little. And then I want to say 2020, 2021, I ballooned. And also too, because Jarrell did not care. You get you a husband that's baby, okay, he used to tease me, but don't worry about it, baby. My max is 300 pounds, which just meant you can get as big as you want. I don't want to get any big, because I just knew I wasn't healthy. My blood pressure was sky high. I was huffing and puffing going up the stairs, it just I didn't fit comfortably in my body. And after Jarrell passed away, I remember distinctly thinking, because I took myself to Bali for 2 months, because I was I needed, after burying him, I said I needed to get away and go someplace beautiful where I could just get clear. And I remember when I was in Bali, I said, you have a choice. We're either going to get this house together or we're going to grieve. We can't focus on both. What you want to do? Because your health is taking a turn where that's where your focus is going to have to go if you're going to be okay. But then you also need to grieve. So which is it, sis? And I said, I choose grief to focus on that. And so I started in Bali, they really, you don't have access to all the junk and stuff that you have here. So I started to eat better. I started to exercise. I swam every day. I took a walk on the beach every day. I ate well. And I probably lost maybe 10, 15 pounds or something like that when I was in Bali. And then since then, I continue to eat right, continue to exercise. Not crazy. I'm saying, when I say exercise, I'm talking about walking, doing a little jump rope and stuff. And so now I'm down 30 pounds. Okay. So when I say the get clear component, that was me. Like I told you, reflect back. I said, Tiffany, you gained all of this weight. Your blood pressure is high. Then I dreamcasted forward, even in grief, and said, I want to be healthy. That's why my skin is popping because I'm drinking my water. I'm minding my business. I'm eating my vegetables because I dreamcasted forward and said, this is what I want. I didn't have like, I want to lose a certain amount of weight. I said, no, I want to feel healthy again. I don't want to be huffing and puffing. I want my blood pressure to come down. It's back normal again. You know, so you have to reflect on where you are and then reflect forward. Now, here's the thing. You might say, I don't know how to do that. I got something free for you because there's nothing else. Sis loves to give away things for free. There is this awesome tool. It's not my tool. I don't know these people, just so you know, they're not sponsored or anything, but I found it online following one of my like favorite influencers. And I was like, wait, this thing's amazing. It's called Year Compass, YEAR, Year Compass, COMPASS. I want someone to type that because it is critical. So for this number one thing about achieving financial wholeness in the life you desire in 2023 is we're getting clear, looking back and looking forward. Year Compass they have this free, when I tell you this thing is amazing. It is the Close 2022 Plan 2023. They do this, I guess, every year. And I don't even think because most places when you download something, you have to put your email in. I don't believe you have to put your email in. Go to yearcompass.com and you can download this 10-page document where it walks you through all of these prompts about, how did the year go? Because we're talking about getting clear, so the Year Compass, it says it's a booklet that helps you reflect on the past and plan for the future. When I tell you with carefully selected set of questions, honestly, it is amazing. You could do it with a group, have your friends come over. I mean, honestly, it's an amazing free. Did you hear something about free? I'm looking at both Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Free. This awesome free tool. Okay. Year Compass. Write it down. Get it. That's homework number one. Because you're going to get 3 homework assignments. Homework number 1, you're going to get clear. And if you don't know how to get clear, that's okay. Because you're going to download Year Compass for free. Did you tag your friend and tell them Tiffany is live? Did you tag your mama and cousin and them, tell them live, giving away all this goodness for free? Well, sharing is wealth. Okay. So share. So that's 1. Get clear on your past, on your future. Get clear by reflecting and then planning forward. That's number 1. Got it? Let me hear you say got it. Got it. Got it. It doesn't ask for email. I love that. Literally totally free. Download it. If you want to tag me when you do your work, do it. Tag me. That's great. 2, identify your enough number, right? So this is 2. Number 2 of 3 things you're going to do to achieve financial wholeness in 2023. You have to identify your enough number. What does that even mean? My enough number. There is a number where if you made it, it would be enough to live the life that you desire. But most of us don't know what it is. So you keep shooting, going. I know I did. Going, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? More, right? More. It's too much, right? So I want you to identify your enough number. Meaning, I was meeting with a friend of mine who's this big executive, and he was sharing how the industry he's in is not a good one. People are taken advantage of, but there's so much money, and they literally tempt you with money. He said for the longest, he was tempted by it and took the money, but there's a cost to everything, especially money. I don't know if there's anything more expensive than money, and that he gave up a lot, but he recently had a kid and really started to ask himself, I'm not willing to pay this price anymore. This price for my soul, this price for my happiness, this price for my connection with my wife and my parents and my siblings. I don't think I'm willing to pay this price anymore. It's too much. And so he was like, despite me making multiple 7 figures over my career, I did the math, Tiffany, and realized if I made about $120,000 a year, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough to live the life that I'm wanting to live. It's enough to afford my house. It's enough to have my car. It's enough to go on vacation a couple of times a year. It's enough to have dinner with my wife and kid every night. It's enough. It's enough. I didn't know what enough looked like. I'm telling you, like when Jarrell was here, he was the king of enough. I used to be like, babe, you don't want to do this and this and this. If you do this, we could do. Like, and he'd be like, nah, I'm good. And I used to get frustrated because I'm like, does he not want to work hard? That wasn't true. He was a really hard worker at work. Does he not want to, is he not ambitious? That wasn't true. It's just that my late husband understood the power of enough. And it wasn't until he was like a secret vlogger. He used to, his mother passed away in his 20s. So he said he never had enough video and pictures and things of her. So he always took a ton of video, a ton of pictures. And sometimes he would literally, because we would be out, like I remember we went to Universal Studios and like he'd be like, yo, you see me in line at Universal skipping the line. I'm like, who are you talking to? He's like, nobody. He would just make these videos on his phone when he was excited about life. So after he passed away, I was looking through his phone and there were so many of these beautiful videos of just him so happy about life, saying things like, yo, just got home. Yo, Tiff made food. Well, actually, that's not true because I don't cook. Tiff had food out because we would hire somebody to cook for us. Tiff had the food out. I just washed my car. Lissa's good. That's my bonus baby. Lissa's good. Tiff good. I'm good. That was it. Food, car wash. I'm good. Daughter's good. That was it. And it took me for him passing away to understand enough. Enough. But if you don't get clear on what that enough number is, you will keep going and going and going. Yo, I was going and going. How much more money? If you know me, I'm pretty sure, is this from Target? Maybe not even. I don't remember where I got this from. I feel like one of my sisters gave this to me. Yo, I stay where my Target's best. I don't really spend money like that. It's just not that serious to me. So why am I busting my behind? Why am I stacking so much? I live off less than 10% of my income. Enough. Because the cost to earn more was subtracting from presence with family, friends, loved one. Enough. It's out there. And you might be like, oh, I don't know. How do I know? Gift number 2. This one ain't free. The third one is free. So stay tuned. This one's not free because I can't, because the book company would not let me do this for free. That's why I wrote Get Good with Money. For real. I'm doing my Blana Black. I mean, it seems like, but the truth is I wrote this because so many people kept asking me the same question over and over and over. How do I get good with my finances? This book is not going to give you financial freedom. This book is not gonna make you make millions and be like, no, it's going to allow you to do, to have enough to say, here's what I make. Here's how I make it work. There's 10 components to financial freedom, to financial wholeness. So, because this book is literally called 10 Simple Steps to Financial Wholeness. I don't necessarily believe in financial freedom, having a pile of money so you don't have to work anymore, because the average person might never reach it, but almost anyone can achieve financial wholeness. Here are the 10 components to financial wholeness. First, your budget, then savings, then debt, then credit, learning to earn, investing for both retirement and wealth, insurance, your net worth, your money team, professionals around you, financial professionals, and estate planning. Those are the 10 components of financial wholeness: budgeting, savings, debt, credit, learning to earn, investing, insurance, net worth, financial professionals, estate planning. And this book walks you step by step through those 10 things with homework. And here's how you achieve those 10 things. Each of them is worth 10%. So when you're finished, you're 100% financially whole. I wrote it so you can get enough, so you can have enough to make sure that you and your family are good, that you have food to eat, you have a safe place to live, that you don't have to work at a job that you hate, that you can manage the money that comes in wisely, that you could go on vacations, that you can drive a car that is safe for you. Now, are you going to get rich? No, you probably don't even need all that. I promise you, it's enough, because that's number 2. Identify your enough number. If you don't know, this is going to help you. It's available at getgoodwithmoney.com. Someone type that in the comments for me. So first thing is get clear, right? And we say you're going to go to yearcompass.com, download the booklet. That's homework number 1. Homework number 2, figure out your enough number. And you're going to go to getgoodwithmoney.com and Get Good with Money, the book. And you're going to work through step by step by step by step, step by step by step. That's what you're going to do, right? Because your enough number is going to free you. That's truly freedom. I have enough. Could I make more? Honestly, there are times I'm like, ooh, Tiff, if you do that, girl, the business could make another $1 million and then I can be more stressed. I don't think so. If you said yes to that project, you could travel more and sleep less. No, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, she said, someone said the Audible is great because you get Tiffany in your ear. Yes, there's an Audible. I read it. There's an Audible version. There's also the Kindle version. And then obviously there's a physical version. Getgoodwithmoney.com. Enough. So that's number 2. Identify your enough number, because once you know what that is, then like I can clock out and hang out with kiddos. I don't need to do all that because me and the wife are going to go on vacation. Because what I want you to do is to live well now. I am 43 years old. My husband passed away at 41. People don't be passing away at 41. I couldn't have known that. And it was like maybe 2 years before he passed away, something said, Tiffany, you're doing too much. You're working too much. You're overworking. And so I sought help. I really wanted a therapist at the time. I couldn't find a really good one. So I found myself a coach instead. And she was amazing. Then she ended up being my therapist because she's a therapist as well, but she ended up coaching me at first. And she helped me to see that I was doing too much and how to reel it on back. And I spent the 2 years before my husband passed away leaning into our relationship. And we went from a good marriage, because y'all was here. Like right now, if he was here, he'd be opening this damn door. Like, you are live? I'm like, babe. Right? If you would catch Superman in the background, walking through, getting something from the fridge, coming out, like, what y'all doing? Right? And so, yeah, but because of that, I got to lean in to my love and life with him and take our good marriage to a great marriage. I don't want you to miss out on that. I don't want the pursuit of money to miss out on what makes life really good. It's connectedness, it's relationship, it's love. I want that for you. Money is just a tool. It is not the desired outcome. I promise you. As someone who I'm sorry for your loss, Judy. She said her husband passed away at 42. Right? Money is not the desired outcome. It's merely a tool that you can use to help you. Just one of the tools available to help you to live well now. And you don't need nearly as much as you believe you need. The world will have you think everybody needs to be a millionaire. It's a lie. When I look at my life, despite what I make, honestly, I spend under 6 figures. And I travel and I live well. I go out to eat. I hang out with friends. I do all the things, and my life costs me under 6 figures a year. And so I'm wanting that for you. So number 1, get clear. Get clear on how the past year went and how you want and plan for the future. How you want 2023 to go. Number 2, identify your enough number. If you're not sure what that is, go ahead and get Good with Money. It's going to help you just to identify holistically where you are with your finances and how to get there, how to get to a place of enough. Okay? And last but not least, number 3. Oh, she works at Costco. She purchased your book for their employees in the Journey Club. That's amazing, Veronica. Costco? Wow. Right? I'm making notes. Are you able to repeat the 10? Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. So also too, if you're wanting them, she wants to know the 10 steps to financial wholeness. I'll say them again a little slower. But also if you go to getgoodwithmoney.com, they're listed there. Even if you don't get the book, you could go and just get the list. Getgoodwithmoney.com. Okay, but I'm gonna read you the 10 steps to financial wholeness. Financial wholeness is when your finances are working collectively together for your best life. That's what financial wholeness is. These 10 components that are working together for your greatest good and your richest life. Okay? So number 1, budget. Wrote that down? Good. Number 2, saving. Got it? Number 3, debt. Digging your way out. Okay? Number 4, credit. You have to learn to master your credit. This teaches you all of that with homework and everything included. Number 5, increasing your income, learning to earn. It's not just enough to save. You have to learn how to make money too. That is part of it. Number six, investing for both retirement and wealth. Those are two types of investing. If investing for retirement is so you can maintain your current lifestyle. Take a look around. You see how you're living? That's what retirement is going to look like. Investing for wealth is so you can leave a legacy and increase how your life looks now. Okay? That's number, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. Number 7, insurance. People leave this out. Insurance is there to protect your assets. You have a home, you have a car, you have health, you have wealth. You need to protect those assets with insurance. So you got to get good with insurance, right? Number 8, net worth. What you own minus what you owe, your net worth. So we want to decrease what we owe, increase what you own. That's number 8. Number 9, your money team, your financial professionals. Money is a team sport. Money is a team sport. You know, it is not, you are not meant to do it alone. You are meant to have financial professionals that whether you pay monthly or a one-off once a year, you're meant to ask questions and get help. You know, money's a team sport. And then last but not least, number 10, estate planning, leaving a legacy. Like, you know, because like I said, Jerome passed away at 41. And we did, I want to say 80% of our estate planning. And thank God for that, because it would have been a mess. I mean, it was still a little bit of a mess, if I'm being honest, but the mess is now cleaned. But if we had not done the 80%, it would have been a mess. Estate planning, the best believe I got my stuff all together as a result. Okay? Those are the 10 components of financial wholeness. Doing those things will allow you to achieve the enoughness when it comes to your personal finances so you can go ahead and live life fully. Okay? All right. Now, last but not least, we're talking about the 3 things to help you live your best life in 2023, right? 1, I said get clear, reflect on the past, plan for the future. That's 1. If you're not sure how, that's okay. Free resource, yearcompass.com. Free downloadable. They don't ask for your email. You just go type in yearcompass.com, download it. It's a 10-page PDF. Do it with your friends and them. It's honestly an amazing free tool. I can't believe they give it away for free. Okay. I don't know them people. You know, they're not sponsoring me, nothing, but I just thought it was an amazing tool. I'm sharing with you. 2, of living your best life in 2023, the great reset. Remember I said 2023 is going to reset. It's going to either set you up for your best life or set you back, depending on your choices. Number 2 is understanding and knowing what your enough number is. If you're not sure, Get Good with Money will help, right? We have to get on top of our finances. It's just part of life as an adult. You know, don't bury your head in the sand anymore. It's going to walk you through step by step. Like there are so many places like inside Get Good with Money, I share, like we have a dream catcher group where it's like literally hundreds of thousands of people going through the same things as you. So that way you can work on your finances together. Don't bury your hand in the sand. 2023 is a year you make a step toward. You're not going to fix everything in 2023, but you make a step toward a more holistically financial life. Okay. And then number 3, last but not least, is challenge yourself. 3 things to get on track for 2023 for the great reset. Challenge yourself. Okay. Yes, it's called the Year Compass, Jackie. YEARCOMPASS, yearcompass.com. That's what it's called. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Passion Planner is good too. I don't know if it's free, but I mean, I'm not saying everything don't got to be free, but everybody don't have money. So I try to find some resources for people who might be struggling financially. Okay. And then last but not least, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. If you have not tagged your people, tag them in this video. If you have not shared this video, share this video. Okay. It's really critically important that as we go through what we're going through, we include others in it, you know, because we want to lift as we climb. A rising tide really does lift all boats. Okay. So challenge yourself. So what does that mean? So every year, I think I started the first literature challenge 2020, 2014 or something like that, 2013, right? So it's this online free challenge that I started because people kept asking me for help. And so many of them didn't have the finances. Like literally I used to do one-on-ones and I would go to people's houses back in the day. And I would sit with somebody and I'm like, oh, it's $50 for me to help. This is like back in the day, $50 for me to sit down and, and help you to create a budget. And after doing the budget, I realized many people didn't have $50 and I never took it. Honestly, I probably did like 50 to 100 one-on-ones and got paid twice because I couldn't in good conscience look at your budget, look at you, look at your babies playing on the carpet, and be like, because there ain't no money here. We're in the negative. You crying, I'm crying. We're all emotional because you're overwhelmed. And so I realized that's not going to work. So I said, well, what can I do? And my teacher brain said, can you create something for free for people? And I created the Live Richer Challenge. And I created like 5 different ones, since the first initial one. And I haven't done it in like 4 years because I was so overworked and overwhelmed with other things. It's quite honestly, the Live Richer Challenge is free. So remember I said before that I was focused on like growing the business, making money. And I'm like, that's cool. The challenge is free and it helps so many people. And I want to return back to that place of service. And so we're bringing it back out again, and hopefully never putting it away again. And so the Live Richer Challenge, so the one that we're launching for 2023, the challenge is always started the first Monday of the new year. So what is the first Monday? Is that the second? Somebody give me, let me see. I think January 2nd, right? Somebody tell me. I believe that Monday is the 2nd, right? Let me know in the comments, right? The first Monday of the new year is when the Live Richer Challenge is going to take place. It starts. Okay, it's the 2nd. Okay. Yes. I like to start that Monday. I like to start in the beginning because y'all know I got to get you early. And so I chose, because there's different editions, I chose to start with this is what the pink one is, the savings edition. Learn how to save your money and make more money in 22 days. Now, this is just like this is like a little workbook. It's available on Amazon. You don't have to get this. I always say this over and over. You don't have to get this. If you sign up for the Live Richer Challenge, you're going to get a daily task for 22 days. You're going to be invited to a free group where we're working it on collectively together. And the only reason why I created this little like workbook version is because there are people who are like, oh, I want to write it down. I want something. I'm like, okay. So I want to say this is probably like $10 or something like this on Amazon, but it's the companion book, but it's literally the same task you get. Like I literally copied and pasted the task and put it in here. Cause I just want you to know, like, if you want to get it, great, but you don't have to get it. Because one of my rules was when I started the Budgetnista is that if I'm truly here to serve, for me, I'm not talking about anybody else's business because people tell you, oh, that's not a business, whatever. If Tiffany is truly here to serve, I want to always have a component that if you have no money or negative money, you still get help. That was really important to me, that everything can't be free, but I have to provide something substantial and helpful that if someone who was like me when the recession hit in 2019, 2019, 2019, I lost my job. I had a condo. I was financially $300,000 in the hole between the condo, student loan debt, credit card debt. I was drowning and terrified. I was 29 years old and like, what am I going to do? I did not have $10. I did not have $2. And I know that fear of like, what does it feel like when you have nothing except for maybe like access to your cell phone? And so I created the Live Richer Challenge for that, Tiffany, because you might be in that position, And so if you go to, Live Richer Challenge is going to start January 2nd. We're going to do it collectively together. And what's so awesome about it is that after like the 2nd or 3rd, we turn on the automated version. And what's so great about the automated version is meaning like, let's just say you do the challenge in the new year. And you're like, I need a refresh. You could do it again in February, March, April, May. You can keep doing it again and again with your cousin, with your sister. You could do the challenge over and over as many times as you want. And it's always free, If you go to, Live Richer Challenge, if you go to LRC Save, matter of fact, let me put this on here. LRCSave.com. Let me pull it up. It should be one of my banners. Do I have it? LRC Save. Of course I wasn't ready. We're about to do it. LRC. For those of you who don't know, you could change a banner on here. LRCSave.com. Okay. You see that? LRCSave.com. Oh, I should have done that before. Well, I'll put the other stuff up later. I'll show you I realized we had the banners here. Not you, Instagram. Sorry. But for everybody else, I could put the little banner. So I'm going to put the other links because you guys asked me for the other links I shared before about Compass, your Compass and Get Good Money. But LRCSave.com, LRC for Live Richer Challenge. LRCSave.com is 100,000% free. And what's so awesome is already over 200,000 people are signed up. How, you say? Because one, If you're on my email list already, you're already signed up. You would know that if you open my emails. If you're not sure, go to LRC Save and make sure you sign yourself up. And if you're not, definitely go to LRC Save. There's like a registration survey that you fill out. So it helps us know like who's here and to register. And starting Monday, January 2nd, you will start to get a daily email with a little bit of homework, right? Every week has a theme. So like, this is where I really shine as a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Right? So week 1, all about savings mindset. I'll give you an example as one of the tasks. These simple little tasks. Week 1, let's see. So let me show you day 1, for example. Day 1, today's easy financial task, I'm going right from the book, is choose your savings goals, write them down, and share them with someone. That's the homework. Every day you get this one small little morsel of homework to get you on your way. That's day 1. And I give you the space. This is just the book, but like I said, you don't have to get the book. I will give you a free downloadable on that day that you can download and write your goals down. Okay? Like, for example, day 2 is read The First Law of Gold and The Richest Man of Babylon. There's this really great book that I love called The Richest Man of Babylon. And there's a law of gold that you have to understand. So all this week, in week 1 of Literature Challenge Savings Edition, is all about resetting your mind. Who's an OG Dreamcatcher? When I used to say, like, you know how you about to cook some meat? And if you're melanated, what do you do before you cook meat? So you wash it. But what do you do before you start cooking that meat? Sorry to my non-melanated. You might not do this. I'm not judging. That's just how you like your food. Well, what do we do? Right? So, this video is going to be available still. Right? I'm going to share the links again. I'm going to put the links like right below. What do we do before we cook? We season it. Right? Look at my brown people. If you're non-brown and you season, excellent. But sometimes y'all don't be seasoning. It's okay. So before we get to cooking with finances, we got to season the meat. And the meat is your brain. My non-melanated people are going to leave. They're like, Tiffany. I'm like, no, I'm just saying. You got to season your brain. And what does seasoning your brain mean? It means you have to start to shift your mindset. So all of the first week in the Savings Edition is all about mindset. Okay? Because before I can tell you what to do, you have to think differently. That's week 1 in the Literature Challenge. Like I said, you don't have to get the book, but you do have to sign up if you want to, and it's free, lrcsave.com. Week 2 is all about implementation and automation. I'm going to show you how to create a strategy to accomplish your savings goals that you identified in week 1, to restructure debt, to save, to automate, and more. That's all week 2. I'll give an example. Week 2. Week 2, let's see. Okay, is this week 2? Week 2. Let's see. For example, week 2, I'm looking for the first day of week 2 so you can see. Is this it? Okay, yeah, week 2. Right? Week 2 is today's task for day 8, kick non-essential spending to the curb. And so I show you exactly how to do so in week 2. That's like one of the days, day 8. Day 9, create a budget using the first chapter of my book, One Week Budget. Right? So I show you, and I give you that chapter for free. You don't got to worry about it. Right? So I show you how to create a budget. So day 1 of week 2 is kicking non-essential spending to the curb. Day 2 is creating a budget. But do you see, it's going to walk you step by step by step by step. Okay? Okay. All right. And then week 3 of the Literature Challenge, go to lrcsave.com, is all about increase your abundance. I'm going to help you to create an abundance plan and to increase your earnings and your abundance, because so many of us live in a place of fear, and that is not helpful. So I'm going to tell you, for example, so day 1 of week 3, learn what abundance means and how to activate it in your life. That's day 1. Day 2, calculate the total cost of your loves and add them to your money list. You might be like, what's a love? What's a money list? Girl, we go through that because we already worked through those things prior, right? So every day in the Literature Challenge Savings Edition is something active to do. It is important. I don't care if you just do 4 days. 4 days will change your life. There is the Literature Challenge Savings Edition is 22 days, but you might not finish all 22. And that's all right. I've had people do 2 days and be like, girl, it shifted. I've had people do 1 week, it shifted. I don't care if you just do 1 day, like something that's going to be really critically important to help you is try to get someone to sign up with you, and the good thing is, even if you can't find anybody, we're going to have a special private group. We're going to actively do it together every single day. We're going to check in daily. make sure that everybody's on track and those things. But, it's really nice if you have someone that doing it with you. Sign up, have your sister sign up, your mom, your work husband, your bestie, have someone else sign up with you, because it's just going to make it that much easier, Okay. All right. You guys can hear me, right? Someone said lost sound. You might have to Darlene, you might have to refresh. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so 3 things. We're going to go over those 3 things again about how to take advantage of what 2023 is going to be, which is going to be a great reset. Is 2023 going to reset you for a strong financial life, or is 2023 going to set you back? The choice is yours. Okay. All right. So number 1, I'm going to fix these. I'm going to add these things. How do I create a banner? So number 1, yearcompass.com. And for those of you on Instagram, you're going to write this for me. So number 1, you are going to get clear on how 2023 went and plan for how you want 2023 to get clear and reflect on 2022 and how it went, and then plan for how you want 2023 to go. If you don't know how, for those of you who are watching any place else, go to yearcompass.com. They have this free downloadable that will walk you through those steps. I don't know them people, but it's just an awesome tool. You don't have to put your email in. You literally go and say, click download booklet. It's a 10-page booklet. It's awesome. Okay. Type that into the comments for me. Yearcompass.com. That's number 1. Get clear. That's the tool. So homework number 1 is get clear. And the action item for number 1 is go to yearcompass.com. And here's the thing. I want you guys to do all of these before we hang up, because these are easy things. Don't play yourself. Number 1, get your compass. If at least do the things that are free. I mean, okay. So 1, get clear. Go to yearcompass.com. Reflect and plan. Okay. Number 2, I want you to identify your enough number. How much do I actually need to live the life I desire? That's why it's important to get clear, because some of us are just making money for money's sake. But what life do you actually desire? Line it up and say, you know what? This life actually cost me $60,000 a year. Well, then you can take the job you love for 60 instead of the job you hate for 100. Did you hear what I said? Then you could take the job you love for 60 instead of the job you hate for 100. That option is available to you. Many of us are living $100,000 I hate this life. What's the point in that? I'm not doing that no more, right? And so number 2, identify your enough number. You don't know how to do it. The action item is go ahead on and get you this New York Times best-selling book that's already sold 200,000 copies. GetGoodWithMoney.com. If you go to GetGoodWithMoney.com, someone type that in for me. Matter of fact, let me put that over here. GetGoodWithMoney.com. You don't want it, I won't. Right? Go to GetGoodWithMoney.com and go ahead and get this book. I think it's on sale. I don't know. But either way, there's an audio version, the Kindle version, and then there's physical version. GetGoodWithMoney.com to help you with your get enough number. If there's one thing that you're like, I'm going to have the $20, whatever, that's okay. That's okay. Because the other 2 things are free. This is the only thing that actually costs a little money because the publisher won't let me give these away for free. Okay? All right. So number 2, identify your enough number. Here's the tool. Here's the action item. GetGoodWithMoney.com. Got it? Got it. And number 3, challenge yourself. Push yourself forward. Challenge yourself. And we're going to do that with what? The Literature Challenge Savings Edition. You don't have to get this book. This book is available on Amazon for like $9 or something like that. It's just a visual to show you, because the challenge is absolutely free. You're going to go to lrcsave.com. Someone type that in the comments. lrcsave.com. lrcsave.com is totally free. And matter of fact, if you've ever done a challenge before, remember I used to do them? Tell the people in the comments how amazing they are. And they're absolutely free. There's no request of you or anything like that. Like, they're just a really awesome tool to reset the new year. It is a 22-day, so a 3-week free course that you get to do with 200,000 people are already registered for the challenge. So you will not be alone. Like, I suggest you bring someone with you, but if you don't know nobody, you're not going to leave by yourself. You might come by yourself, but you won't leave by yourself. Okay. lrcsave.com. You're going to sign up for the Literature Challenge. Like I said, you don't have to get the book, but certainly sign up. So at the very least, if you don't do any of the homework assignments, well, you're going to do them. 1, go ahead and get go to Year Compass, download that. And 2, sign up for the challenge for free. If you have negative, $100 and you're like, girl, I wish I could get, get rid of money. That's okay. Don't worry about that. At least start with the LRC Save. It's free, and start with your Compass. Those two things are free. Because like I said, I am committed that, the next stage of my life, this is like the second half for me, and it's marked with the loss of my husband, that like how I want it to go for me moving forward is I'm entering into the stage of allowing, not recruiting, if you will. I am not leaning forward, instead I am someplace in the middle, allowing things to come to me. And because I've achieved just damn near everything I said I wanted to do. I want a New York Times bestseller, 8 weeks on the list. I wanted to sell 100,000 books of Get Good Money, 200,000 books sold. I wanted to see if I could like make $1 million. My businesses have collectively made over $30 million over the last 10 years. Like I wanted to make sure my parents are good. I retired my mother. I paid off their house. I wanted to be, debt free. Even though I own 2 homes. Well, actually, I just sold one this morning. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I sold it. Anyway, not this house. This is my house. But both those homes I own debt free, no mortgages. The car I own, no car notes, no credit card debt. I paid off every month in full. I'm debt free like a toddler. I just like all the things that I said that I wanted to achieve and do, done. But that's because I did a lot of leaning in, sometimes to my detriment, honestly. Sometimes to the detriment of my health, my relationships. And I just don't want to live from that space anymore because I did all the things. Okay, and I mean, they were good and I'm happy. I did them. But now I'm just wanting to come into a space where I'm just allowing good things to come. I'm not chasing anymore. And this is something that I really enjoy doing. I love teaching. And I love helping y'all. I was out today. 3 people, no less, came up to me. I was literally at Target returning something. Not Target, Staples, returning something. And this woman was like, Tiffany, I just want to say, I have your book. Thank you so much. You know what I love most about y'all? I'm going to try not to cry. What I love most about y'all is that when you come up to me and say thank you, you all say the same thing that just blows my mind. Almost every single sister that comes up to me says, thank you so much for what you do for us. That's a huge distinction. You guys always say that. Thank you so much for what you do for us. I just love that, honestly. And so that's the work that I want to focus on. Us. Doing for us. I'm not going to cry. I'm like, whoa, Tiffany. You see it's trying to come up. I'm just really grateful for this work, honestly. I'm grateful for y'all because I could not do this work without y'all. And so I just want to continue to do this work. So you might not see me as much because I'm less on my Beyonce and more on my Sade. Some of y'all too young to even know what that means. I'm going to say that again. I'm less on my Beyonce and more on my Sade. You know who Sade is? Girl, you were too young. For real. Yeah, I just want to mind my business, drink my water, take my walks, help y'all out, and go back into my little corner and love on the people that love me. That's it, And so you might not see me as publicly as much. Who knows? Because God be having other plans. You be thinking you sitting down. He's like, get up. Here's a show. But yeah, just know that I am always, always, always working for the benefit of us. Always. Even if I'm not as publicly facing. I'm always working for the benefit of us. I really love y'all. So yeah. Oh, someone said explain. Well, oh, you young. Let me see. You do look really young. Okay, Esther, I'm going to explain for you. So you know who Beyonce is, Esther. Beyonce is like front street, not as much as she used to be, but Beyonce is like out there. We know she's putting out albums. She's doing a concert. We see Beyonce always on the front. Sade, on the other hand, which there's no shade because these are both beautiful, amazing Black women. Sade, on the other hand, comes out with an album every 7 to 10 years. She drops some beautifully made album and then goes back to whatever life she's living. I don't know where Sade lives. I don't know who her partner is. I think Sade has kids. We don't know because Sade has decided how she wants to live is to create this beautiful work, drop it off, and then go back to living her life peacefully and quietly, minding her business. That's why Sade is like 60 years old, looking 25. So before I was Beyonce, the Beyonce personal finance. There's nothing wrong with that. I was just, hey, y'all know me. I was out here in these streets and enjoying it. Now I'm tired. So I want to be like Sade, I want when you see me, I'm here to drop off a little beautiful album for y'all, something cute, and then go back to my private life and just woosah. You see me at Target, and we say, hey girl, we take a picture, but you don't see me on these internet streets as much. So I'm less on my Beyonce and more on my what? On my Sade. I hope that makes sense. And there's no shade to either. It's just that this is the space where I am in my life. Okay. All right. Again, get clear, year compass. 3 things to do to make 2023 great. Get clear, go to yearcompass.com to download that booklet. 2, identify your enough number. Go ahead now to getgoodwithmoney.com to get this book to help you identify your enough number. And 3, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. You can do it. You know, if you need help with that challenge, go to lrcsave.com to get the to sign up for the Literature Challenge Savings Edition. We start literally in a couple of days. Okay. All right. So, you know, I love y'all. All right. Bye. Wait. Before we go, because I'll be taking Instagram off. Take my picture real quick. Take a screenshot, and I want you to share which one of the 3 you're gonna do, or one of them, like Year Compass, Get Good with Money, LRC Save. So you're gonna share it in your stories, right? So hold on. If you see me with my finger right here, hold on. This is not Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Hold, because I got to get my cute picture with Instagram first. Okay, Instagram. All right, Instagram. Matter of fact, let me hold this. Take a screenshot so you're gonna share it, girl, so the girls can see. Why am I so silly? Okay, don't do that one. I like this one because it shows my cheekbones. All right, so take a screenshot, share it in your stories. Share it in your stories. I will reshare you. All right, now you over here. All right, YouTube. Okay, so take that screenshot. Wait, hold on. Okay. Take that screenshot, share it on your social medias, and I'll reshare as many as I can. And let the people know that you're going to do one of these 3 things, all of these 3 things, because sharing is caring. Happy New Year, y'all. Let me get back to my Sade. Bye, y'all.